when I think back to that time, I felt like I forgave my dad when I was young. I forgave my dad face-to-face during communion, man-to-man. And then when Mark walked me through that story, it was like I actually forgave him for the very first time.
Welcome to the Best Hour of Their Day podcast with your hosts, Jason Fernandez.
And me, Jason Ackerman. With more than 20 years in the business,
As both coaches and affiliate owners,
our passion is to help create world-class affiliates
and coaches by building
better boxes.
boxes.
Welcome to
The best hour of your day.
Today's episode is brought to you by Enlifted. As a Best Hour listener, you know that training your mind is just as important as training your body. Enlifted provides elite coaches and affiliates with practical, powerful mindset tools that can transform your athletes, your gym's culture, and give you an unshakable edge as an affiliate owner. Learn more by signing up for your free mindset training at enlifted.me/best hour. Enlifted, mindset simplified, results amplified.
Zev and Aaron Green, along with Haven. If you have to nurse, we'll blur it out. We'll blur it out. We'll get we'll do that thing.
Baby number 3, it doesn't even matter now.
No, she was nursing earlier. She had the sheet over. I was like, good thing, because I stare at nursing. Just kidding.
My eyes just go.
Just kidding. CrossFit 184. Well, does she have her onesie on?
She does.
Who made? Okay, we'll put the picture in here. What gave you that idea? It said, what does it say?
Stronger than Ackerman.
Stronger than Ackerman.
We were just playing around with different apparel, and I ran the store and created all. And Zev's like, "Do you know the best idea yet?" Jason's
the
picture.
onesie.
Yeah,
the
onesie.
Put
It
on
was
there.
funny. It was funny. But I mean, we're here at the Orlando Mastermind. We had a bubble celebration. True story. It was gonna be awesome. So I knew we were gonna celebrate you guys. And I was like, what can we do special? And I was like, I went on Amazon, bought a 6-pack of confetti cannons. Didn't realize the baby was going to be here, by the way.
It went poorly.
They were going to sit behind. You were in the back row. But I was like, whoever sits behind them, give them each a cannon. I'm going to say, hit it. You're going to... And the dude must have seen them. Christian and I were out to dinner the other night. Katie's messaging us. She sends us that email. So he must have just come in the room and they were out.
Right.
So it was actually Christian's idea for the bubbles. I was like, well, I'm still doing something.
Yes.
And he was like, it'd be really funny if you just blow bubbles. And but anyway, you're a level 4 affiliate. So within the affiliate university world, we have level 1, 2, 3, 4. And just as the level 4 is a prestigious title in the coaching world, we only have 6 level 4 affiliates.
Wow.
Awesome.
You know
it
that?
takes work.
I didn't know.
So I want to talk about it because there's certain standards you have to hit in order to achieve that. We were kind of just reviewing them, coaching less than 15% of the classes, which is important, not just because you're not coaching, but it allows you to do things. It allows you to have a baby, 3 children. What was it, Xavier and Jesus? What's the other name?
Zeke and Xavier.
Ezekiel,
yeah.
Yeah.
Ezekiel 25:17, the path of the righteous man. You know that?
I did not know that.
Pulp Fiction. You know that? No? You guys? How old are you guys? You guys are
A lot younger than you.
Yeah,
Like
much younger.
Half your
So
age.
young
I'm
that
33.
Oh, you're not.
27.
Younger girl, huh?
You know, you take the average of you and your spouse, that's how old you actually are.
Yeah,
so.
wow, 6 years younger. So, but 15% or less of the classes, again, because that allows you to leave, have children, have a life, being ahead a month in revenue on the budget. Obviously, things like going through the curriculum, having a full-time staff, someone on staff having a level 3 or above. But, I mean, Zev's regularly on the Monday call, and every Monday it's like, how many members you at now, dude? All the ones from Marysville. Like, you have 220, I think, last time.
222 platinum members. That's full-paying adult members.
What's your platinum membership?
It's 140 every 4 weeks.
Cool. So
and average out to 150 a month.
And when you look at it over the course of the year, you guys have been with us. What is this your 3rd year?
We're
Going
2.5
3,
years in. Yeah.
Where were you when you started?
When we started, we were pretty well established before, right? We had maybe 170, 175. We did a little bit of changes, some culture shift. We lost. We dropped down to about 155. And
when you say that, take a step back. What was I mean, you guys were the owners. What was the culture shift?
there were a couple other boxes in town, and they both ended up closing down. And one specifically, we had a huge member influx, and they had a very different culture than we did. And so,
Talk about it. What was different?
We changed up the way we started coaching in classes after joining Affiliate U, right?
More coaching.
More coaching,
Yeah, more
right?
coaching.
More coaching, more teaching, more progressions and warm-ups, and not as many beat people into a pulp and do two component days, that kind of thing. It didn't really hit with some people. I shouldn't say a lot, which was cool, and that's some advice I give gym owners now is like operate with your back door open and allow the people that doesn't fit your culture. I wish the best for them.
I like that
love
expression.
them.
Operate with your back door. That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, implying like, hey, it's you. Not only is it okay, you shouldn't have everybody be a fit.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Exactly.
And I think sometimes as affiliate owners, that's a mistake where it's like, and this is the
need
perk
them.
of getting to 220 members, where you're like, I don't need you.
right.
And the thought of like you joining actually could cost me those 5 awesome members that love this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. And the people that chose to move on, it's because they wanted to do it, and that's
By
awesome.
the way,
man.
you're
Like,
not that fit. Like, let's be real, right? It's like you think you need more. Like
Your squad
I love
doesn't look
someone
that
like you
good.
two, where it's like, this is what I do, and I'm way fitter than you.
Right. I do.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not
class
saying.
programming and
but
only
it-
class program.
Yeah, it's like we do class. It's like
That's it.
you think you're striving to be here, but I'm doing this thing, which gives me life balance.
Yep.
Allows me
Exactly.
to spend time with
Exactly.
the kids. So let's. I would love to go through the criteria for the L4 and talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So let's talk about first, the low-hanging fruit. Like, get through the curriculum.
Yeah,
What does that
yeah.
mean to you? Because one of the criteria is like you have to complete at least 80% of the curriculum. Because we don't want the person who is doing their own programming.
Right,
Because then it's like,
right.
well, maybe you're successful, maybe you're not, but it's not because of us.
Yeah.
Like, you've
Right.
done the thing. And I feel like Aaron always gets it because I see Zev,
Yeah.
right? And I always feel like, oh, Aaron's like,
She's doing the work. I just
yeah,
show up.
yeah, you're just a
Take
pretty
credit for
face,
it,
right? But I mean, you're in there as well. I think
Yeah.
I just see him on Monday so often.
Yeah.
I'm like, Zev's the box. But from both of your perspectives, like, who did more of the curriculum?
What we did was we did it together as a team. And when we signed up for Affiliate University, we had a conversation before we started. We said, no matter what the coach tells us to do, we're implementing it. We're not questioning
You
it.
said that?
We're not,
Yeah.
we're not debating it, because we know how frustrating that is for members to come into your class and push back on advice. Instead, if we're paying for this program, we're trusting these people. We
Yeah.
take what they say and we implement it. And that's what we did.
One, I love that. Two, what kind of drugs did you give that baby? Because it's been quiet for like 2 straight days. It's not drugs?
I fed
Just
her
breast
right
milk.
on time.
I need
and-
some of that milk too. It gave me quiet down.
Yeah.
But I mean, your baby like been here for like 2 days and I've not heard a peep.
I run out real quick so I don't get sweaty.
So I love it. I mean,
But going back with some of the curriculum too, when we joined, we actually had just had our second. So we committed. I was like,
so you have a baby for every year you're with the program.
yes, yeah,
we
we're
got to
just gonna
cancel
keep
next
going.
year, man. This is it for us.
But we decided that we were gonna do this stuff together. But it was easier to have Zev fill out all this stuff. But we would get together and talk about it. We would just set that time aside, and he would just turn all the stuff in, pretty much.
No, I love that because whenever, especially with a married couple, but partners, it's like, hey, you both kind of have to have your ideas, but you have to come together
Yeah.
because you do have to agree on it.
Yeah.
Right.
But you mentioned before us you're at like 150, hundreds. That'd be like someone joining your gym who's already been to the games, and be like, I want to listen to you no matter what.
Right.
What kind of that takes a strong mindset to be like, hey, we're already actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And by the way, why did you sign up? A lot of people at 150 members like, I don't need a coach.
Yeah. One thing is it's the rabbit to chase, right? And we don't know what's possible until we see it accomplished. So we
It's like
see
the 4-minute mile. Like I said,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. We see those affiliates ahead of us that have this number of members that's doing this kind of thing, that's paying their GM this amount. We're like, dang, that's actually possible.
And that is, I hate to give Fern a little credit, but that's why we launched the levels, because we want people to see, and that's why it was important to celebrate you in the opening. It's like, there's 6 of them, but here it is. It is, because if you tell an average affiliate owner you could have 222 members. Oh, by the way, I have 3 kids in the last,
Right.
4 years,
Yeah.
right? It's like, no, you can't. Oh, and maintain a healthy marriage and all this other stuff. It's like, here it is.
Yeah.
You're just. By the way, we're in Marysville. Where the F is Marysville, Ohio? Right?
Marysville's very big, actually. So
Is it?
It's growing. It's growing.
Yeah, sure. So, I've said that before to a few people. Easy. I know. It's a Jesus podcast. So, all right, 80% of the curriculum.
Yeah.
yeah.
Check. What was your favorite? What was your least favorite?
My favorite and least favorite was the vision stuff, and
Dude,
it
people
still
hate
is,
that
man.
stuff. People are like,
Still is.
can you just give me a budget to work on? Like,
Right.
I don't
am
want to
that
do
guy.
this deep
Yeah.
introspective
Yeah,
work.
I love numbers. I love spreadsheets. I love the detail, that kind of stuff. So when you start asking me about my
Mindset,
vision
yeah.
and thinking and emotions, I'm like, oh, this again. And,
Same for you, Aaron?
Similar. I always think of the eulogy.
Yeah, well,
I'm-
yeah.
it's-
That
oh.
whole, like, section of clarity.
Yeah.
Man, I've assigned, like, hey, do the committed club, do the budget,
Yeah.
check. And then I'm like, why can't you get to this one thing? So I started, like, okay, I'll give you one from this.
Mm-hmm.
Take your time, like, go sit down. And, but that, especially for a partnership, married couple,
Right.
like, those things are important because you have
Mm-hmm.
to understand what I want from the business might be slightly different than what you
Right,
want,
right,
right?
exactly.
It's important.
Exactly. And it gave us time because we did those homework assignments together to have conversations like
Yeah.
that. And it kind of
Yeah.
led
So
the
we
way.
saved your marriage as well as the
You
business.
did
would
save
you
my
say?
marriage
Yeah.
and gave us 3 kids.
I forgot. Is it Haven Ackerman Green?
Yes, actually.
Is it Hack?
Haven
It is.
Joy. Did you hear Pat Barber is the reason why Haven is here? You hear this story?
No, but I'm interested now.
So
in finding
in
more.
Nashville a year ago, we had
Mastermind.
2 kids. All right, and before we had 2, I'm like, man, I want 3 kids, and Aaron wanted 2, and then we had our second boy. I said, ain't no way I'm having another kid, and she kind of flipped. So
But you wanted 3 at the time,
yeah, and then we got our youngest son.
and you didn't want a third
I'm like,
anymore.
yeah, this
No,
guy
he
was
was
this guy is a
crazy.
maniac.
He's yeah. He's
Which
a
one's
crazy
that?
boy.
Zeke?
Xavier.
Xavier.
With an X.
He's a tank. Yeah.
Yes, with an X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what?
But anyway, we're talking to Pat in Nashville about this. I said, she wants 3, I want 2. And he said, you got to do it. You got to have 3. There's no better way to influence the world besides putting another great human being in there. And I'm like, man.
Sounds like something
And
Pat would say.
she was here.
So that
Yeah.
night.
No,
Not quite.
9 months. All right, so 80% of the curriculum. Shout out to Pat for influencing the world. Now let's talk about the level 3. Who's got the level 3?
I do.
Cool. Where are you at, Aaron?
I'm actually set to retake it February 12th.
Okay, so you're retaking it. Hard test.
It is a
We
hard
just had
test.
Megan Russell on the 3rd time.
Yep.
So, she passed. Did you have that already before working with us?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, maybe for
Okay.
a year before.
And how has that impacted your business, if at all?
Having the level 3 gives you the confidence that you do know what you're doing.
Okay.
Right? When you go and pass that test, and maybe you have a little bit of imposter syndrome before, and then you get that certificate and say, yeah, I know this stuff. As much as coaching on the floor might not translate exactly, it's confidence in yourself. And then that confidence in yourself translates to the floor.
I like that. Because while I'm a big proponent of leveling up, I will also often follow up, like, your members don't really care.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, no one's like, I think there's value to be like, we have a level 3, they don't. Or we have a level 4, they don't. It's like someone joins, like, what credentials do you have? Well, I'm glad you asked, right?
Right.
But I also don't think it matters all that much. Like, I know if you've taken the test, pass or fail, like, you've put some time in.
Right.
Yeah.
But I agree with that. If imposter syndrome is something, it's like,
Yeah, there's
okay.
an intangible piece to it.
Yeah, I like that.
I do want to give a shout out. Actually, one of our coaches, Rachel, just passed her level 3. And it has given her a lot of.
And let's throw
lot
that
more
out there
confidence.
too. It's much easier to demand that of your staff when you've done the thing, right?
Right.
And I will say that's when there's like this tipping point of when you look around and you're 3, 4. We had Megan Russell on, and she's like, "Our goal is all level 3." It's like your staff's pretty good,
Right.
and it's like if you have the type of person on your staff that will get their level 3, you also have the type of person where I'm like, I'm not as worried they're gonna show up on a Saturday or like
Right.
they've got some
Yeah.
intelligence.
They got some buy-in.
Yeah, and stick to itiveness to pass that thing because you have
Right,
to also have
right.
750 hours and. So you have that. Let's talk the big money ones. Full-time staff.
Yeah, so we have one manager GM right now. He's actually moving in April, and we had one before him that Tanya stole.
From Verlis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric Shear. He was in Ohio
Oh,
with
Eric
us.
was from you?
Yep.
I mean,
Yep,
I've seen
he
Eric
was with us
back
for
when I was running Coach Dev,
several years, and he really helped me build systems and build this thing
Did
up.
you steal him, or was he moving?
No,
He was
moving.
moving. He was
Yeah.
moving, and we pressed him off. So we've been so fortunate to have great coaches and great people all around us. Our GM now is an awesome guy. We have coaches, Sean, that's been with us for 9 years, 10 years this summer. We have coaches that stick around and have buy-in. And
You're doing
that's-
something right.
man,
That's not just they're sticking around.
All right, guys, if you like this content, please subscribe to the podcast. But understand, we work with affiliates. If you are interested in building your business, understanding strategy, building a better community, and building better coaches and careers for them, hit the link somewhere around this video, and we'd love to have a call with you.
Every CrossFit affiliate knows that mindset is either what limits or unlocks an athlete's potential. But the problem is most people can't give you a simple and clear definition of what mindset is. And most coaches don't have a repeatable or practical tool to consistently train it. And Lifted is here to help you solve that. And Lifted is here to help box owners and their coaches become world-class mindset pros by creating a simple, repeatable system for keeping you and your athletes focused and confident. You see, Enlifted's definition of mindset is simple. Mindset is the story that you tell yourself. And our good friend, Mark England, who's the head coach over at Enlifted, will show you how simple words and better breathing can help create better stories and ultimately better performance for you and your athletes. If you want your athletes to stay engaged longer, if you want them to be more consistent with their results, if you want your current members to stay with you longer instead of you having to chase down new ones, mindset must be a part of your business toolkit. At Best Hour, we use the Enlifted method all the time. We have our own personal program inside of Best Hour, and a lot of our coaches have been trained personally by Mark. We literally use these tools every single day. You see, elite coaches must have the ability to get past their clients' mindset blocks, whether it's an athlete who's sensitive about their weight or coming back from an injury, or even if it's something outside of the box that's affecting their performance inside it, you must have the tools to empower that athlete where they need it most. So if you're serious about building a top-tier box with an elite mindset culture, upgrading your team, and supporting clients at every level, then Lifted is for you. Head on over to enlifted.me/best hour and grab your exclusive free mindset training. Enlifted. Mindset simplified, results amplified.
What do you think you're doing?
I want to say
Paying
care.
them, but you're paying them.
Yeah,
which is
we
nice.
care about
Yeah.
them, man, so
But
much.
care isn't
and-
enough. I
and
mean,
I know.
And it also is
I
like,
know.
what does that mean?
Yeah.
Because you have people that are not caring for their coaches. That would
Yeah.
be like, I care.
We care and take care
what
of
do-
them.
Yeah,
give
we
me
take care
5
of
things you do that you would say make up the care. And we can just pay them. Like,
Yeah.
that's important. Like, financially, we care for them.
Right.
So give me 4 more.
Everything that we see that we can give to the coaches, we give to the coaches.
Like what?
You know, when we did the coach shirts and the gear in the retail
Okay.
shop, they all have seven shirts, a
Yeah.
book bag, a sweatshirt. When they go on vacation, many times, not every single time, I'll shoot them a Venmo for $100. Say, hey, here, have dinner that you typically would not have.
I think that's
We-
2 different things. I think you're like, hey, when it comes to your job, we got you.
Yeah.
But then also, like,
We care about you
Yeah, like-
outside the gym.
yeah, like, that's really cool. Like,
Yeah.
oh, like, that's a dinner's on, Zev and Aaron. Like, that feels good.
Right.
Yeah.
What else?
We ask them about their kids, about their family, what's going on at home.
Yeah, like the
We-
intangible of, like,
Yeah.
Their
We
spouse
actually-
gets a discount or their
Yeah.
you're at
They
5.
have a
Yeah.
free.
see?
a free
That's
discount.
care, but it's all these
Right.
little things, yeah.
Yeah, the coaches all have free memberships. Their spouses have 50% off membership. We're regularly asking them on Slack to celebrate themselves and what are their wins.
More, yeah.
On team meetings, I'm always reminding them, hey, if this is too much and you need a break, let us know. Because so many coaches get into the routine and the rut and say, I got to do these classes. But, dude, I want you to take a break and have some fun and enjoy your time.
You're at 7,
Yeah.
right? Enough already. But, no, I think that's the point. Like, so many people are like, I care. Well, what does that mean? It's like, I give them a free membership. It's like, well, that's one thing's probably not enough. Like, you got somebody for 9 years.
Yeah. Incredible.
It's so,
guy.
I mean, it's so easy to be like, I'm not doing this anymore. Like,
Yeah.
it's especially, but it's like, well, it gets a lot. That's the point, right? It's a lot harder to not do this when I'm getting paid. I get a free membership. My wife gets half off. When I go away, they remember that. Like, it's all these little things. It's like
Right.
presence and attitude. It's like, I've got presence and attitude. Well, why? Because I
Yeah.
smile
Exactly.
and I say your
Yep.
name. So that's really cool. But you couldn't have that full timer without being ahead in your revenue.
Right.
right.
Exactly.
So talk about that.
without
Zev
getting emotional about
is a budgeter.
I am
What are you emotional? Come
very
on, no, I
OCD
prefer
about
to get
it
emotional.
because
we haven't had anyone cry yet.
maybe I'm not going to cry. Maybe a year or two into owning the business, when we got the opportunity to move into a new facility, we had a member approach us and say, hey, I want to invest in your business. And she gave us the private money and a private loan to purchase a building. At that point, I was living in my apartment, paying for myself for the very first time, running the gym, paying
This
for
is
all those
pre-marriage?
This is
Pre-marriage.
pre-marriage, yep. And also running the affiliate, renting the space, and now we have this new space that I bought, and the city blocked us.
I forgot to mention. So you own your building.
We own it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge.
Again, man, just
You're
We
like
got
the
in-
1% of affiliate owners.
We got in at the right time. If we tried to buy something in our city now, it
It's-
won't
Marysville's
almost.
blowing up.
It
It's
is
Let's be
blowing up.
honest.
extreme. It's
I
the
mean,
next
dude,
New York
Look
City.
it up. Look it
I
up.
think it's New York, Marysville, right?
Prices are almost similar with
Union
not as
County
many
is
perks.
the
No,
number
but you
one.
mean
Yeah.
even like interest and all that.
Yeah,
I mean, that was the right time before interest
Yes.
rates went back up as well.
Exactly. So, God has put in some incredible people in our lives at the exactly right time. And everyone,
referring to me
yeah,
at
this point.
Fern and Coach Jewel, Marcus. But anyway, we got blocked out of moving into our new location because of permits and asphalt and all kinds of
That stuff, yeah.
Yes,
it's a pain in
right.
the butt.
An entire year.
To the point where we were broke and it was going to fail and it was going to go under. And I remember
because you're paying for the building,
paying for the building,
paying
paying
for
for my
your rent.
apartment, paying for this.
and you
yeah.
can't. But you also can't use this building yet.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we couldn't.
Wow.
Yeah, so it almost failed. I remember talking to my dad in my office and crying because it's
Reenact that now. Cry. I'm your dad in this scenario.
and
Son,
right.
tell me.
Comforter.
What's going on? So at that point, I also got hit with, I hired out some accounting people to run my taxes, do my books. I'm like, I don't know anything about this. I'm going to pay somebody to do this. And about that same time, I get a bill from the IRS that says, hey, you owe $8,000 for back taxes. You never paid your sales tax. I'm like,
That
what?
hits a lot of affiliate owners. Like, one, some states need you to charge sales tax on your membership, but if not, it's like you
Yeah.
sold T-shirts and you sold protein, and
Yeah.
I didn't know I was supposed to do that. So
Yeah,
you have all this,
all at once.
the mortgages, and then $8,000 to the IRS, which is now your number one
yeah,
priority.
they don't give you many options.
yeah,
Pay now or not.
yeah, you're going to jail.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah,
what goes
so
on?
at this point, I have really
back to that
strong, really
investor.
strong faith, right? In 2017, I gave my life and my business to Christ, and that gave so much weight off my shoulders.
He took
it was
it?
incredible.
He just takes
took
it?
it
What
all.
is-
and
He took it all?
He wrote the IRS. The IRS took it away. I said, actually, you don't need to pay this.
Jesus got you.
But anyway, going through that gave me so much growth because we started taking our finances super strict, and
As you should.
we moved into a trailer. I moved into a construction trailer on the gym property. I lived in that thing for 2 years because I couldn't afford going out on my own.
The best part of this trailer is you could take a shower and flip a pancake at the
This
same
I
ain't
time.
have
time,
flipped
so that's
burgers
nice.
out
Did
my
you
shower.
move in?
After we got married, we lived there together for 9 months.
You stayed together with this guy?
Yeah, I married him
Got her.
knowing he was there.
But
I
anyway,
mean, if you met him before, you'd be like, I thought you had an apartment.
dude, come see it. But going through that, I can see the timing of everything, right? Because if we moved right into that new building and then we still were not taking our finances seriously,
Can't.
who knows?
Yeah.
So we went through that hard time, that tough place, and I just got
Makes
really
you better.
OCD. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
We were
absolutely.
doing the cash in the envelopes. I kept it in my purse. We'd break it out at dinner.
Yeah,
That cash
we could
is
have
what
dinner
we
tonight,
had. Yes,
right?
hey, we can go out. You
No,
know?
I think we talked a little to Kane. It's like often you connect the dots going backwards, but not forwards, right? And in this case, it's like I think there's something admirable to like we just went through something hard, but also now you're so dialed in. More
Yeah.
importantly, when you have, by the way, when you have more money coming in,
Yeah.
you have 220,
Yeah.
and also, hey, by the way, you have 3 mouths to feed,
Right.
right? So it's like all the mishaps that were happening now put you in a better place
Exactly.
today. That's cool. I didn't realize that you lived in a trailer.
It
Oh
was.
yeah,
you now,
it's well, and we had a labradoodle at the time, so he
Another mouth, and
Yes,
Labradoodle's
another
just
mouth.
so loud.
Have you heard of Kettlebell Kitchen? It's
Yeah,
one
yeah,
of those
yeah, I
meal
remember
delivery.
that.
Oh, this
so
was the
we
best.
had Kettlebell Kitchen. Mind you, our gym is right by a railroad tracks. So we're in this construction trailer living. Trains going by all the time. Every morning about 2 or 3 a.m., the Kettlebell Kitchen guy would pull into our parking lot, just blasting his music because he doesn't know anyone's around. So
drop off the food for
drop
them?
off the
Yes,
food
to
at the
drop off
gym.
the food.
So every morning, 2, 3 a.m., his truck pulls in, blasts the music. Oh, kettlebell kitchen here again. I'm gonna peek out the window.
Yeah. Oh man, that's funny. So you're ahead on the revenue.
Mm-hmm.
You got your GM. Let's talk about the 15% or less classes. So this is
Yeah.
a rule. All the rules, by the way, Fern's put in.
Yeah.
But they're important because it's not just about coaching less. And in fact, we hear all the time, like, I love coaching.
Yeah.
Cool. Be in class. Like, be the mayor.
Yeah.
But the benefit of that 15% or less is, like we've said, here you are in Orlando.
Yeah.
Right. Or,
Yeah.
you know, you took some time
I'm
off.
taking some time off.
You're in the middle
Maternity
of
leave.
maternity.
Yeah.
She gets maternity leave. You let her.
Yeah, she gets 3 full days off.
3 full days back to work. But you can't do that without
Yeah.
if you're
Without
on
having.
the if you're on the schedule
Yeah,
all day.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, what was that transition like for you to go from, like you said, I'm
Just doing
coaching
12,
everything.
15, 16
yeah.
classes. Yeah. It was very challenging for me because I felt like I needed to be on the floor, and also I didn't know what was I supposed to do. You know, I'm not coaching classes. What do I do? You know, so joining affiliate university and then taking myself off the schedule, and then having coach like Fern or yourself or Joel say, "This is what you do." And now I'm working more than I've ever worked before, and because I know where I'm going, I know what I need to do instead of coach class.
I think you're hiding from the kids. If I'm being honest. You've mentioned Joel a couple of times.
Yeah.
Talk to me about what that's been like. Have you both done the mindset course?
Yeah. We did it together.
You did it together?
Yeah.
How was that? Because often I would recommend couples do it apart. So I'm interested to hear how that went.
It was really cool. It was so transformational. Like, it just built into our whole lives. We got Zev's dad hooked up with him as well. And
Really?
Yeah. He went through Joel's whole business proclivity,
yeah.
and shortly after his dad went through it, I went through it myself separately, and Zev was so inspired by it.
Oh, so you did it separately from each other? Not the same cohort, I should say.
We did the same cohort, same classes.
So you're on
and
the
then-
calls with each other.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. Because
exactly.
I think that a lot of times it's harder for couples to be vulnerable.
Right.
But you guys were cool. What was
Cool.
what was each of your biggest takeaways? And for those unfamiliar with Joel, like we refer to him as the Magic Man. I call him
Yeah.
Cowboy because he's
Yeah.
wearing his cowboy hat. But mindset transformations. Megan spoke about it as well. It's like all of our affiliate owners that have this type of success. It's often after doing the work on themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Joel's become a good friend of mine, and after the mindset 1 and 2, I got a little bit, or mindset 1, I got a little bit.
Were you in the first
Yeah,
version of 2 as well?
So I got a little taste of what Joel did, and I felt the difference, palpable difference, when I got on the call compared to when I got off
Isn't
the
that
call.
weird?
Yeah.
When
Probably
I
feel
felt
that way right now
you know,
too on the podcast.
yeah, I'm gonna feel a different way. And the best part was you got tools to actually do the thing. So I went on to and left it level 1 and level 2, and I do this coaching on the
Shout
side
out to
now.
Mark, yeah.
Yeah, incredible guy. Dude, changed my life, and I really mean that. Just gave me an newfound confidence in myself. Just unreal. But the frustrating part is a lot of people want to be happy. They want to be not easily angered, not frustrated, but want to be patient. But how do you actually do that thing, right? And when Joel gave you the tools and the
You
techniques
say
to
tools. What do
actually-
you, give me for the people, because he's not giving you a hammer.
Right. He's giving you a pen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so writing out the story and working through it and
Four-stepping it.
Yeah, exactly. Translating your words, translating the meanings of the stories. I tell people on my mindset calls, we're not going to change the stories and what happened because what happened. But what we can change is the perspective and the meaning that your unconscious mind is attaching to that story, which often is BS.
You guys, would you share one of your stories?
I can share.
Yeah.
There, it's
Of
like
course.
not me.
I'll go
You know-
second.
Yeah, here's a little bit of my story, my history. I grew up with an alcoholic father. He was abusive, verbally abusive, not too much physically abusive towards me, more so my brother, towards my mom. And I learned how to hide my emotions and just lock them down and pretend like it was all okay. And I loved my dad. I was so young, I didn't really know what was going on. He's kind of pulling at the strings of my mom, using myself and my brother against her. He ends up going to rehab for alcohol, gets sober, has an affair. My parents split up. And then I watched my mom display amazing grace, forgive my dad. They get baptized together. and you would never know this now. My dad's one of my best friends
That's cool, man.
now. And
That's real cool.
I've told this story to other people, and when I think back to that time, I felt like I forgive my dad when I was young. I forgave my dad face to face during communion, man to man. And then when Mark walked me through that story, it was like I actually forgave him for the very first time.
Right.
It was-
All the other ones were like just a facade,
Right,
and you're still holding on to it.
right. And when I
You
felt
say
that
Mark
change,
England
Mark
from
England,
Enlisted.
yep, exactly, yep.
That's amazing. And, I don't want to give like ourselves a pat on the back. It's like this is all what it's all about, right? It's
Yeah.
like you came here to work on your affiliate.
Yeah, throw that affiliate away, man.
Yeah.
It's changed my life. you
Yeah,
know?
that's cool. Like to hear that. Like sometimes we forget even where it's like
Uh-huh.
the connections, and I've made as well. I didn't know Mark before I met Marcus,
Yeah.
and just like you, like Mark's a close friend.
Yeah, yep.
Abracadabra. You want to share yours? You don't have to.
Yeah, I can share a little bit about me. So I grew up. I actually lost my dad suddenly at 10 years old, and my mom very quickly ended up in an emotional and abusive relationship and for about 10 years, all the way till we got together and started dating ourselves. And so really Joel was able to help me work through forgiveness and true forgiveness, almost very similar to Zev, because you hold on to it and you want to love, obviously, your parents and forgive them. And, she got out of that time, and it's amazing the relief that you can feel from just working through it and having somebody to give you those tools to move on. But you can see that in other aspects of your business. If somebody leaves the gym, it can be, you take it to heart, but it's from something outside of in your real life. And so learning how to process through that will change it. And then you wish nothing but the best for people that leave your gym because you have a different mindset.
We're going to talk a little bit about that in the AMRAPs later, by the way. As I always say, coach with the back door open.
Oh, was that from you?
Yeah, of course it was. Just gonna have a T-shirt on.
Trademark that. Now, Christian. I'll keep talking. Man, that's so cool. Like all that small stuff that leads to, like I said, like truly the 1% of affiliate owners, where it's like how many members you have to owning your own building, all those things. Like it's really awesome. It's really awesome. What's next? I mean, you've done it all. Like now is the point where it's like, okay, but why do you still need coaches?
Yeah.
Tell me what.
Right.
Sell yourselves on letting us let you come back for another year.
Why? Man.
Why should we let you back?
Why we will never leave Affiliate University.
You want that bag?
You
want another
want that
backpack.
book bag.
Oh, do you?
I
We want
can't wait
another
to see
book
bag.
what gift is
How
coming.
great
That
is
is a
that?
sweet book
They
bag.
are awesome.
Marcus.
It's
I'm all about book
Marcus tried
bags,
to
so
shut
this
that
is
down.
great. I love it.
It's the people in the community, right? It's everybody. It's the other affiliate owners that when you're a business owner, let alone an affiliate owner, you're an island. You feel alone.
Marysville is
Again,
an
Marysville.
island. Ohio.
Yes. Or
Very
the
popular
New York,
item.
yeah.
Yeah, but once you get into the community, you can have conversations with people that are going through the same thing, and they can help you out, and they can be there for you and encourage you and love you, and you can encourage other people as well. Like that is invaluable.
But let me ask you now. You are those people. Because you're literally one of 6, right? Is it 6, Christian? 6 people. I think 5 of the 6 are here. Steph from Ohio. I'm sorry, from Ohio. I'm going to move to Ohio. From Hawaii as kids' activities. But you're one of the 6 level 4s. Like, you are the inspiration.
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
It's so exciting because just in our hot seat room now, we have a young couple that is almost just like us when we first started. And they're
Living in a trailer where they can
living
make
in
breakfast in the shower?
The train's going by. And their goal is to get to a point kind of where we're at. They want a family. They want to run the affiliate, but they do not want to be there full time. And I love showing people that example. It's
That's
like,
true.
you
It's
can
like,
do this
yeah.
thing. You can do this.
This
just
is
like you have.
possible.
Yeah.
That's again, why we did it. It's like you said it earlier. It's like you need those rabbits.
Yeah.
To be like, too many affiliate owners, like, it's okay. We we struggle. We live in that trailer. We're making pancakes in the shower.
Exactly.
One at a time.
We can't afford a big griddle, so it's one at a time.
Yep.
But it's people like you that are doing the thing. And like I said, I think equally as important. It's not just about the 222 members. It's not about the revenue. It's a full-time staff. We talk about you're sending that elevator back down to get more people. You're living, an amazing relationship, not just with each other, but rekindling yours with your father, your mom, Haven, Xavier, Ezekiel.
Love saying Ezekiel.
Yeah, I like that name.
It's exciting because we're Affiliate U and the affiliates inside the program is pushing this thing forward, and it's a movement, right? We're going back to CrossFit the way CrossFit is designed to be, and that's exciting. So we're just so
we're
lucky.
all for it.
Yeah, we're so lucky and so fortunate to be part of it.
All right, Haven 2, next generation.
Nope.
Haven Ackerman Green. Well, it's been great chatting with you guys. I've been getting to know you guys better, and congrats on the level 4 affiliate.
Thank you.
Keep moving that marker forward, and bringing it back to where we're supposed to be. I love it. Thank you guys.
Thanks.
Big thanks to our friends at Enlifted for supporting today's show. Enlifted provides elite affiliates and coaches with practical, powerful mindset tools that can transform your clients, your culture, and give you and your athletes an unshakable edge. Learn more by signing up for your free mindset training at enlifted.me/best hour.
Thanks for checking out this episode of the Best Hour of Their Day podcast. We appreciate you listening and choosing to have us help you in your passion for coaching and affiliate ownership. You can find more episodes just like this on all podcast platforms. If you're interested in learning more, you can reach out to us on any social media platforms, or you can visit www.besthouroftheirday.com to book a call. If you found this episode helpful for you, please share it so that we can help other coaches and affiliate owners to help build a bigger and stronger CrossFit community. Thanks for listening.